Hello, we are Young the Giant. My name is Payam.
I'm Francois.
Samir.
Jacob.
And I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you guys. Did you enjoy your beach house session?
Definitely. It was a little rough around the edges, but I think that's a good thing.
So talk us through the writing process of your new album, Victory Garden. You said you wanted to go back to your childlike roots, so just talk us through that process.
Yeah, when we started writing the record, we realized we needed to get out of town, kind of get out of Los Angeles, where all of our family friends are. And we did these writing retreats. We ended up doing 4 writing retreats, 2 in the desert in Joshua Tree, and 2 in a place called Idlewild, which is out kind of in the mountains. And yeah, we all kind of reconnected as friends and realized we wanted to and missed being kind of just kids and versions of ourselves when we were younger and didn't have any distractions. And all of these guys, minus myself, have young children. So the record was really inspired by like viewing the world through a child's lens and being beginners again and being friends and just enjoying the process of writing together. And so Victory Garden came out of that desire. And I feel like that desire for us to not only reconnect, but be humans again. You know, after years of just being inundated with technology and such bad news and chaos in the world and divisiveness, we wrote the record and recorded all together and really wanted to capture the energy of humans in a room together playing at the same time. We felt like we were missing that in our lives and we wanted to kind of reconnect with it.
Definitely. Do you think it was like a full circle moment, like to when you guys started as a band?
Yeah, most definitely. When we first started as a band, you know, we were all really, this lineup, I think we were 16, 17. We're coming up on 20 years of this lineup. And so 6 studio.
Don't do math.
It's crazy. I love math. Well, you know, we wrote that record not knowing really anything. That's like, you know, it's like the saying you have your whole life to write your first record and then you have 2 years to write your second or whatever. But in the studio for the first album, we were very fortunate enough to work with a legendary rock producer, Joe Ciccarelli, in a legendary recording studio at Sunset Sound in Hollywood. And we not only wrote and recorded everything live, we kind of got to keep doing that. And there were some variations over COVID with the last record. You know, it was maybe a little more siloed writing and like little sessions where we're wearing masks or sending things to one another via email. So to come back and be in the studio together and these writing retreats in the studio is just really magical.
Who did you guys listen to when you were younger? What kind of started your inspirational journey musically?
We listened to, as a band, we love the Strokes. You know, there's something about getting into like a garage or in our case, a living room and just setting up all your gear and just trying to be as loud as possible and capturing that energy, much to our parents and family's dismay. And there's something so like cool about, and you know, we grew up in like suburban Orange County in California. So they were just sort of this pinnacle of cool and we had such an appreciation for the craftsmanship in their music, the melodies, just everything about it. And then we spent, you know, 2 years traveling the country in a van, just listening to music together. So everything from Radiohead to D'Angelo, just kind of all over the place. And then as we've grown and sort of have our own separate lives now, we tend to bring music back to the group and share it with each other. And that's like kind of like if you can get everyone turned on to a new artist, you feel like accomplished.
We'd love to know more about kind of the themes that you've embedded into your album. We watched your album trailer and we were really interested in the whole concept of galvanizing community through thoughtful action and like the ode to radical empathy. What like prompted these themes?
Yeah, I mean, like Eric was saying, we were in a room together. We're just trying to process modern life. You know, we're obviously humans as well. And music, we're so blessed is our ability to be able to process the things they're going through in life. And I think art is so important for anyone, even if you're just doing art for yourself. You know, it's the best way to be able to process what's happening in the world. And for us, it was getting back to that joy. Radical empathy was this necessity that we needed. We wanted to be a beacon of light for one another so that we could kind of get through the darkness of that moment. You know, obviously we were just coming out of COVID, the fires that happened in Los Angeles, and obviously everything, the doom scrolling of kind of modern life that is still kind of on display for us every day was, you know, something that we wanted to combat. And radical empathy, I think, is its own form of resistance. It can sound like woo-woo and, you know, love everyone, but that type of love is hard. It takes a lot from yourself to find compassion. And I think historically, empathy has always been a form of resistance. It's something that people get, killed for sometimes. And even though it sounds like beautiful, it can be the hardest thing to do.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the quiz part of the interview. So, musical general knowledge. You can all work together as a team, so just shout out the answer if you know it.
Okay.
Got 90 seconds?
90 seconds on the clock, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I'll read them as quick as I can, fire them away, and then...
I'll tell you if you're right or wrong, and
Yeah.
then Jude will tell you the results at the end.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah?
Okay.
Maybe.
You going to count him?
Yeah? 3, 2, 1, go.
Where were the Brit Awards held this year?
No idea.
Sign off strong.
In England?
In
In England.
It's technically correct.
We'll take the UK. That's
Yeah.
good enough. Okay.
Awesome.
What year did Fatboy Slim famously play Brighton Beach with a crowd of 250,000 people?
1996.
1996? It was 2002.
Shit.
I was going to guess 90s.
You're confident with that as well.
How many black keys does a standard piano have?
Oh.
5 in an octave. Math boy.
How many octaves are in piano?
81 keys.
88 keys.
25? No. 30?
It's like probably not.
Yeah, because it's not.
There's more?
There's
Oh
more.
God.
36.
Bang
Correct.
on.
Oh.
What famous rapper stage name is a breed of dog?
Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
I mean,
That's
I
a
mean
dog, right?
I think that's quite a breed.
yeah.
it's
Okay,
Is he
okay.
a rapper then?
What is the name of Beyonce's daughter?
Blue Ivy.
Correct, yeah.
What's the name of Harry Styles' new album?
Oh.
Kiss. Oh,
Kiss like no one's
disco
watching?
always and kiss
Sometimes.
Kiss sometimes. Kiss sometimes. Kiss always and disco sometimes.
No, it's the other way around, I think.
Disco sometimes.
Disco. sometimes,
Something to do with
kiss always.
disco and kissing. Yeah,
Do we have
you kind of
zero
got
right
it.
now?
You can watch the
You
whole
kinda
time.
got
If you
it.
put the words together,
Yeah,
it's that.
it's actually
right.
kiss all the time, disco occasionally.
Yeah.
You're close
Okay.
enough. You're
Occasionally.
close enough.
Oh,
Time's
time's
up.
up. No.
So we got 1.
0? Maybe?
I mean, we guessed.
Yeah,
we
you
guessed
got-
like
It's a
4
bunch of wrong
times.
ones.
Yeah.
That was 90 seconds.
That went really quick.
That was the quickest 90 seconds ever.
Yeah.
Where were the softball questions? Damn.
We also posted an Instagram story for your fans to ask you a question online. Someone asked, which song off of Victory Garden are you most excited for the fans to hear?
I think Already There for me is one that we've been keeping in our back pockets, and I think it comes out in. Wait, when does this air though? Already There is track 4 on the record. It's
Okay.
it's just a really well-written song about two lovers far away, and for some reason it's just like it gets me, makes my brother cry. He called me the other day. He was like, "It's making me tear up."
Oh, that's when you know it's,
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
one. A good one.
Yeah. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, sure. There was quite a few actually. Someone asked, Berlin dates, we miss you.
October, possibly.
Possibly.
Someone also asked, what do you think is your most underrated song? Silence.
I would say, well, I mean, it's a matter of opinion. I would say Mr. Know-It-All is one of those. Or like pretty much every song in American Bollywood.
Yeah.
The title track, American Bollywood, I think is underrated.
Happy. There's so many good ones at the end, but yeah.
I Bite.
Tonight. I love Tonight.
I think it's overrated to not be underrated.
We've also got the Beach House bucket for you guys now. So we've asked.
So this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
from past artists we've had on. They've written some questions for our future artists. So there's 2 in there, so take the 2 and just
Read out the
fire away.
artist and the question.
Okay.
I can be your mic stand.
Like fortune cookie. Die Twice. Lady Gaga and Elvis go head to head in a bare knuckle brawl against Elton John and Adele. Who's winning?
And Elvis, but
I mean, Elvis. He was in the army,
Yeah, and
but he was a football player. I mean,
Yeah.
Adele's tall though.
It's
But
a
I
matter
feel
of
like-
when in life as well, like Elvis towards the end. I feel like
what era
Adele's
of Elvis?
holding
Yeah, we need-
exactly. Like I feel like the girls are gonna be fighting.
I think
the
Lady Gaga's
hardest
gonna
here.
throw down. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
100%.
I do-
She's definitely got a feisty
We've
side.
thought about this.
Yeah.
oh,
From
she's
Jersey.
from
Yeah,
Jersey.
for a long
Jersey
time.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you reckon? So what was it, Gaga and Elton John?
Gaga and Elvis
Right.
versus Elton John and Adele. I
Adele.
think it's gonna be Gaga and Elvis.
Elvis is
Yeah.
in a healthy state.
Yeah.
If not,
His
he
prime,
was
his
nuts,
prime.
dude. He had like a lot of guns.
Okay, so you're going Team US.
Yeah,
Team
Team
US.
US.
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's another question in there.
Yeah,
for
did
you
you want to do
guys.
the other one?
Okay, which Adventure Time character would you be and why? Bones ate Arfa?
That's
Adventure Time is the dog Jake, right? There's a
Think
dog called Jake. I
I'm
watched
sorry,
it
it's
with my,
lost on
with
me,
my
I don't know.
daughter, so we would all be Jake because there's someone named Jake, and he can turn into different, like everything, right? Like he can morph his body into different shapes and animals. I don't know. You guys are looking at me like I'm
I got
crazy.
some
I don't know if anyone in this band is Adventure Time.
Who brought this guy here?
Viewer.
So, audience members, does anyone here like to ask a question? Don't be shy. Oh, yeah.
How do you guys remember all your songs?
Good question.
You mean like lyrics? I say I do, for me at least personally, I understand the lyrics, or remember the lyrics 80% of the time. And
I'm gonna back you up and say you're like at a 96
Yeah.
batting average.
definitely.
There are a
higher.
lot of singers that have prompters in front of them. Smith is not.
a lot of teleprompters. I don't
There you
need
go.
one.
Round of applause.
I think
Yet.
for
Yeah. And you
Uh,
learned that Fred again song very
Very quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
did you
had-
say you learned it on the car? In the car
Yeah.
journey?
Yeah.
Yes,
You did
yeah.
well.
Very
You did well.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think a lot of it too, you know, for the rest of us, maybe is like just muscle memory. I think oftentimes when I think too much about, like, sometimes we'll be about to play a song, and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know, I have no idea. And then the second we start playing and I land the first time, I'm like, oh, I remember everything now. So it's sometimes the less you think about it.
Yeah, it's
the
like
better.
people who have, speech impediments who have stutter, they can sing without any stutter. It's just a different part of your brain, you know?
I would say too, like none of us, none of this music is really written down, like theory-wise. We're not writing tabs or,
We don't, like,
or
charts.
notes or charts or anything. It's just like we're writing it together, kind of in the moment in the room, and then we'll perform it together. And it's never like written down or anything. So it is just kind of a muscle memory thing for sure.
Is the writing a very collaborative process, or is there someone that writes a little bit more than another, or?
Very
Put it all together.
collaborative,
Yeah.
especially on this most recent record. I'd say musically 100% collaborative. Lyrically, there's like three of us who kind of handle like the vocal side of it or the lyric side of it. But this particular record was probably the most collaborative record writing-wise since the first record. And it was so much fun. We literally bounced off each other. Like we call them sparks, but it's like if someone has an idea that piques kind of everyone's collective ears in the studio, we go in on that and we just follow it. And then by the end of the day, we're like, wow, there's a song there.
We were
And
doing 4 to 5 like verse choruses with maybe a bridge in there a day on these retreats, and like demoing them at a pretty high bar. And then when we went into the studio with Brendan O'Brien to cut these tracks for real, literally like what you hear on the mixed album songs is basically what we had after one day of recording that song. So we would get into the studio and we're gonna do a different kind of love, and at night after 8 hours, that was basically the track. Maybe 5% is a little bit different with some overdubs and whatnot, but that's basically the song. It was really cool to see it happen that quickly.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Anyone
got
else?
any- Oh, yeah.
At the show in London yesterday, you played Other Side. Is that going to be on the tour set list?
Yay.
That is to be
We
determined.
approve that one.
We love Other Side. We actually really enjoy playing in the open arrangement of it a little bit more. But I think we have some songs that beat it on this next record. So like Already There, the song
Yeah.
I mentioned, kind of could be adjacent. It's just
And for those who may not know, watching, we have a whole segment that's kind of taken a life of its own called In the Open, where we play our songs in different arrangements, typically more stripped back, acoustic-esque, and not too dissimilar from what we did here. And it's thinking about the set on all these tours. It's like, oh, should we play Apartment full electric, or we should play Apartment ITO style? And like we can kind of pick a lane, and it's nice. It gives us more variability in the set.
Did you have one as well? Yep.
Yeah. As a fan, I struggle to pick my favorite album. It seems like every time you release a new album, it becomes my new favorite, which it doesn't happen with other bands that I follow. Like I always have like one favorite album. Do you guys have your own favorite, like from your own albums, like, or does it keep changing as you evolve?
I would say that actually I'm such a fan of my own band, and I generally like when we are done with a new record, I really enjoy listening to it, and it's you're always gonna love what's fresh and new in front of you. I think Home of the Strange always resonates with me, just kind of where we were sonically, and we'd kind of like hit this like we'd come out of the adolescence maybe a little bit, but Victory Garden is a no skip record, so right now it's that.
I guess if we're going, I'd say Victory Garden is so special. It's the new album, and it feels incredible. I would say American Bollywood as a whole felt like a really substantial record for us, songwriting wise. I think we got to kind of a climax in our career together. The songwriting, the sonics, everything just felt incredible. I remember when we put out American Bollywood feeling incredibly like it was a success regardless of anything out external. Internally, it felt like such a successful record for us musically. And
also like the creative direction on that record, the world that we built with American Bollywood and what we were wearing and the stage design and the videos, like we just really loved it.
Felt the most fully realized. And I think Victory Garden's almost like we did 5 albums. American Bollywood was our 5th record, and then we like turned this big page, and now we're talking about being kids again and like starting over. And Victory Garden's like, all right, we're starting again, and it's like a rebirth. But that was definitely a kind of pivotal moment in my mind. This is Gabby, by the way, everybody. She's been to so many of our shows. She's an incredible person. She is one of our. I would say you're one of our biggest fans. I'm not just saying that. And you're so kind and polite, and we always love seeing Gabby. So we wanted to give her a shout out.
Yes, shout out Gabby.
She travels the world to come see us. We've seen you in different continents. So thank you very much.
She'll be in Berlin.
Yes.
See ya.
So should we find out the results of?
I mean,
Juice. God,
do you need
smile
to-
on his face.
Oh, that's pretty good.
50%. That's
Solid
great.
F, right? F.
That's a pass.
Okay, on a
There
curve.
we go.
On a curve.
Nah, I
C's
feel
get
like in
degrees.
the UK we're a bit more relaxed on the grades, so that's
you'll
like
be
a
fine.
B.
B minus.
Well, thanks so much, guys, for coming on. You're amazing. It
Yeah.
was so much fun.
Thank you for having us.
Really, really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
well,
Thank
everyone give
you.
it up.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming.
everyone.